What to say in such a moment? Best to speak from the heart, I suppose. I'm glad to be back.
And we're glad to have you back.
Glad hardly suffices to describe it. We're over the moon that you're still here, Deryk. Or should we call you Oscan?
I no longer have Oscan's power. Deryk will do. I was remade from the portion of my essence that wasn't returned to the star, and will live out my days as a man.
May I ask what happened? No sooner had the 12 vanished than you reappeared before us.
At the very last, I couldn't bear it. Couldn't bear to say farewell. Your earnest friendship had weighed down my steps. And the little fellow's fervent call halted them. I was overwhelmed by the keenest longing to remain among you and see more of the world I love. Upon seeing me torn, my brethren bade me follow my heart. I needed no further urging. We created the instrument of blessing in the faith that, one day, the star would no longer need our guiding hand. Thanks to you, that day has finally come. But I ramble. How uncharacteristic. Let us head back to the Onfallows, shall we?
Well, we must return to Charlene. The forum will be expecting a report. Yet if the entire truth were to be revealed to the public, it would shake the very foundation of the worship of the 12.
In penning our report, we would do well to consult the forum on what details are safe to disclose. Much pertaining to the field of mythology will need to be obfuscated, I fear.
Worry not on my account. Inspired by our findings, I have a mind to examine the 12 in the context of reception theory. The people's perception of deities are wont to be informed by their culture. By comparing the differences across eras and regions, I believe we may uncover heretofore unseen aspects to the 12.
Reception theory, you say? Most intriguing. I should like to see the fruits of your research when I visit Charlene.
When you do, have care not to reveal who you used to be. Our scholars would be all over you like starved beasts.
I see. Perhaps I shall wait a while before I come calling. Before I came to you, I simply roamed the world. I had no objective, nothing I wished to find. With this second chance I have, I mean to undertake my travels with a renewed perspective. But array I set out. I would move my brethren's hopes elsewhere, to a place in men's midst.
Oh, what a wonderful idea. If you don't mind, we should like to accompany you.
By all means. We make for the Sanctum of the 12, in the East Shroud.
The Sanctum of the 12. I couldn't imagine a more fitting place for their memories.
Feel free to go on ahead, my friend. While this won't be my last time here, I need a moment before I leave.
The words of the monument are a promise by the gods to watch over mankind. 'Tis comforting to know that their promise will endure.
As engrossed as we've been in our work, we've seldom had the chance to thus gather and relax. The last and only time would have been the meal in Revenant's Toll, I think.
Okay.
No matter how many times I visit the Sanctum, its majesty never fails to move me. And the rich history. Originally built during the dawn of the 5th astral era, it was reclaimed by the wood before being restored in the wake of the calamity. Truly, it stands as a testament to the influence that magical civilizations and city-states have had upon Eorzean culture.
This sanctum harbors the hopes of men. And now, those of my brethren shall join them. If you are not averse, I would speak a little of my brethren, that is, those individuals whose essence lent them form. As it pertains to another age, some concepts may be foreign to you, but would you be interested nonetheless? Excellent. Deryk was a man with a gift for creating inanimate objects such as buildings and furnishings. With his abilities, he served a supervisory role at the Bureau of the Architect, where he was nothing short of a pillar. His chief was carefree to a fault, you see, and he took it upon himself to ensure the work was done. Rald was a brawny man whom Wenart encountered on her travels. They quickly struck up a friendship, and he joined her on a quest to destroy an enormous meteor that was hurtling towards the star. 'Tis fair to say this event gave rise to the legends surrounding the destroyer. Eorzea was a woman who served as a judicial officer in the Bureau of the Administrator, an experience which served her well as the warden. She was an ardent proponent of the seat of Azam, and dreamed of training under Wenart and her successor. Naldthal was a close personal friend of mine. A merchant by trade, he was outwardly gregarious, but also possessed a reserved side and knew quite joy in his passion for awe. When men began treating him as a dual-aspect god, it reminded me of the person he used to be, and I couldn't help but be struck with the pang of nostalgia. Nofika was a landscape architect of great repute who grew plants gathered from the star over. Despite being skilled in magic, she preferred to nurture plants as nature intended, and her garden ever bloomed with beautiful flowers. All who visited were said to leave with their souls salved. Althik was a researcher who observed newly made creations in Elpis. He possessed mastery over time magics, and was known to be a kind-hearted if reticent man. Although it was at his sister's urging that he first joined our faction, he soon became a stalwart believer in the cause, and always took the initiative in discussion. Halone was a formidable warrior tasked with hunting creations that were deemed detrimental to the star. For her prowess, she had been regarded as a leading candidate for the seat of Pashtarat, preserver of discipline and order. Menfin was the youngest among us, a student affiliated with the Words of Lehabari at the Academia Enyada. Even within that prestigious institution she was considered a prodigy, and hers were the hands that created the magic to isolate and seal Zodiac. Thol Ayak was the headmaster of the Academia Enyada. A man of learning and leadership both, he presided over the institution's myriad faculties. No known phenomenon existed in which he wasn't versed. Words do not do justice to express the remarkable scholar that he was. Nimia was an observer in Elpis, like her older brother Althik. She possessed a caring and inquisitive nature, and was liked and trusted by her peers. 'Tis said that she began the custom of offering flowers to the departed. Limlin was a researcher at Metabizos Thol Asai, a facility for the observation and evaluation of sea life. So passionate was she about her work, she once threw a knife at someone who inadvertently came too close to her observation subject. Oscorn was a traveler whom Venart encountered in the wilderness. They shared a campfire and discussed at length what it meant to be free. Leaving my hopes as the wanderer in this place, I shall set forth anew, as simply a man named Deryk. And last but not least, the Watcher. He was the chief archivist at Anamnesis Enyada, and respected Venart deeply as an individual even as he cared for her as a dear friend. Indeed, among our number, none was more devoted to Venart. And that devotion made him best suited to his duty and the solitude that accompanies it. That is all. 'Tis a lot to remember, but I should be glad if they remain with you in some way.
We are grateful that you should share with us these new aspects of Hydaelyn and the 12. Thank you.
Well, 'tis past time we headed back to Sharlayan. It wouldn't do to keep Ajika waiting.
I assume you will be traveling via Limsa Loaminsa. In which case, allow us to see you off from there. Till now I have wandered alone, but as I recently learned, a journey is better shared.
Boo.
Our friends are presently booking their passage.
That's where you were.
There's room aboard the next ship, so we'll be setting sail shortly.
Oh, Deryk. No sooner do we arrive in a crowded place than you up and disappear.
'Tis a force of habit, in order to avoid people. But I needn't do so anymore, do I? On the contrary, I should embrace the chance to connect with other souls.
As your comrades, we completely agree. And remember, you're always welcome at the Baldessian Annex, so be sure to pay us a visit.
You may depend on it.
Thank you, Deryk, for giving us your trust. And thank you as well, Kaneko Time. Had you not been with us, we would have struggled to grant the 12 their wish. Well, we had best find our vessel. While the report remains to be compiled, I believe we can officially declare our investigation complete. Till next we meet, my friends.
Do you still have time, Kenekotine? Ere I embark on my journey, there is a place nearby I would like to visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? Thank you. Come, we shall head outside the city via the Tempest Gate.
Okay.
Here, the wind whips in from the sea like a storm, but I have always found the sensation quite invigorating. Lest you wonder, I intend to strike west, and thence make my way through Upper and Outer La Noscea. And in order to mark my new beginning as a man, en route I wish to see Oscon's embrace with you. You need only accompany me across the bridge. From there, I shall continue on my own. Such a great wave that was that ripped the gods' grip from the mainland. In the wake of the calamity, my brethren and I were all occupied with our respective duties. This is my very first time seeing the bridge. Shall we, then?
Follow Deryk's lead and try not to fall behind.
'Tis already quite impressive to behold.
Okay.
So it's temporarily constructed with wood. Ah, such an invigorating breeze.
Okay, okay.
Oh, Etheris. Your beauty truly knows no bounds. Forgive me, I was lost in thought. I look forward to the bridge's completion. "'Tis a fine bridge, boasting splendid views and brimming with life. The very image of man's determination to overcome adversity. I am honored that it should be named Oscorn." "Well, this is as far as I asked you to come. But if you are willing, might we converse a little more? It occurs to me I hadn't asked you about your opinion of the 12. How you personally perceive us, for instance, or what you felt when you faced us. Your words from the heart, I would take with me as a memento." "Is that so? The others will be glad to hear that. Thank you for humoring me, Kenekotine, and apologies for keeping you so long." "I am ready to set forth now, to witness a world filled with our blessing." To begin with, I shall to La Noosha and visit those locales which are named after the 12. After which, I shall go wherever the wind blows. Together with this fellow, of course, until such time as he tires of my company. This time, I shall embrace the joy of meeting and accept the sorrow of parting. And when the time comes for me to return to the star, I shall share my experiences with my brethren. Needless to say, your words will feature prominently in my recounting. You will continue your own journeys, will you not? Then I shall look for you out there. Fare you well, my friend, and may the 12 bless you and keep you.
The paintings of certain deities among the 12 are now available for purchase from Jurmurt in the Pillars. Those of the remaining deities are works in progress.